Your valor.
A new recruit has joined my party. My foes gain strength.
It was my pleasure to spend...
New goods today. Please look. You won't be disappointed.
Many Nephilim have stood where you are now, but few...
I don't have enough spirit. Not enough spirit. I need spirit. I don't have enough spirit. I will not do that. I need spirit. Not enough spirit.
These people are doing no damage. I want them to leave so I can just back out, get better people. Shouldn't have done 65, they're not strong enough. Yeah, let's just back out of this. Not even worth it at this point. Is there seriously nobody on? Why does it keep automatically putting me in a game? I want to be with actual people. It keeps doing this. It doesn't give me people. It makes me sit through all this loading. I just want to join someone else's game. I don't want to start one. Give me a party. What the hell? There are only like 3 people playing this, or what? It just came out a week ago. How is no one on? Alright, here we go. These guys can probably handle it.
A new recruit has joined my...
I wish you luck, hero.
I don't have enough spirit.
Heal.
What you ask is impossible. I need spirit.
Your flaws are revealed. Rethink your intent.
It cannot be done.
Do that. Your intent. Beneath the endless sky. What you ask is impossible.
The Rift Gun!
Ooh, an amulet. Maybe the game will be nice to me. It's a set amulet, so there's a chance it might actually be what I've been grinding for all day.
I am returning to town.
Find out in a minute here. Nope, it's just another one of these. I have so many of them. Lame.
Anything could happen.
I think that's like the only other thing it can possibly be.
Fine battle.
Guitar has raised me to new heights. A recruit has left. My foes lose some of their strength.
Are you ready? Then your trial begins.
Rethink your intent. The gods favor me. Strike!
The Rift Guardian has found.
I am returning to town.
Well fought.
The gods favor me.
Fortune favors the bold. What a steal.
That is too expensive. I cannot afford that.
What's up, dude?
Unleash.
I'm gonna ride this party out as long as it lasts and then play something else. I've been playing this all day. On and off. I'm getting to the point where I can't get much farther with the build I'm using, so. Wow, those tornadoes tank the frame rate. This is a good party, but geez, like, this takes it.
What you ask is impossible.
They had really shit RNG today too, so kind of like not wanting to do much more. I did like think I did like 5 or 6 reroll attempts today and got nothing. How long was that on the screen for? Wow, how long was that active? I thought I got away from it.
A vicious strike. I will not do that. My injuries are less severe.
It's the Wizard Legend builds where there's supposed to be the Sky Palace update supposed to be by the end of the year, so within the next month and a half. I'll probably be playing it more a little bit closer to the announcement that's supposed to be. So actually, I played it pretty recently. I played it on Switch.
I don't have enough spirit.
The Rift Guardian has found.
I'm here to help.
I need to go back.
Game is trolling me so hard, man. It keeps dropping them, but they don't have sockets. At least it didn't give me one that time.
Impressive.
My strength has increased.
I could probably make another attempt shortly. And if it gives me shit again, I think I'm just gonna rage quit, honestly. Getting pretty frustrated. I only need 16 more, and then I need to run whatever bounty that is. Oh, I can do this too.
See you soon.
I cannot afford
She
that.
gave me shit too.
Prove yourself worthy.
Given the worst levels too. These ones are so slow.
I must wait to use that ability. It is not ready.
spirit. That ability is not yet recharged. I need spirit.
Gave me an ancient item at least. It's not one I care about using.
A recruit has left. My foes lose some of their strength.
You look like you could use a new item of, isn't that nice?
That is too expensive.
Thank you. So, Fight and Rage got survival mode, so I'm gonna check that out after this. You know, a lot of these people stick around. We're gonna make another attempt at getting that socketed amulet again. Party combination tanks the frame rate, but the performance is... combat performance is really good, so I'll stick around. I wish they had added more to Tokiden. I really like that game, but I just ran out of shit to do.
Enough spirit.
That game actually had a good open world. I don't know why Dynasty Warriors 9 did not have a similar open world. The Tokiden 2 open world did not waste your time at all. Everything was really quick to get to, and I know obviously that was because it was a PS3 and Vita game, but still, I had no problems with that game's open world at all. And with Dynasty Warriors 9, they just made it this huge, vast expanse of nothing. The Tokiden open world, for what it's worth, actually had a lot of things going on too. Shrines, and there were the sub-quests and the random spawns and stuff to keep it interesting.
Rethink your intent.
It's really laggy. I think I'm gonna leave after this one, as good as this party is. I don't know why it's so laggy. It takes like half a second to register a button press.
Rethink your intent.
What you ask is impossible.
It's a Switch. Everybody's on Wi-Fi. It doesn't even have an Ethernet cable. You have to buy a LAN adapter. So like 99% of people who aren't like hardcore fighting game players, and there aren't many of those because from what I've seen, the fighting games are dead on the Switch now because of the paid online. BlazBlue is dead. I gameflied Dragon Ball Fighters, there's barely anybody on too, so I don't think many people are going to have a LAN adapter. I doubt the Smash Kids will either. Hey, an amulet dropped. Maybe it's actually going to hook me up here. Trying to get this like all day.
Skilled at clarifying gems.
Yeah, these are all like 1% chances to upgrade because this rift level is not high enough. So I'm just gonna up fodder for now.
I am returning to town.
Dude, it gave me another one with no freaking socket. Are you serious? It gave me what I needed, but there's no socket, so I can't put crit damage on it. Let me see. I think it's crit chance is what I wanted. And deep troll. Actually, it's going to be really hard to get one of these anyway, because this needs to be fire skill damage. And then I need to get crit chance on it as well. I think the chances of that are pretty slim. Actually, this one... You know what? I think I can just use this one. And just take off the attack speed. Actually, no, I can't. And then that would erase the chance to get anything else.
Some of their strength.
What's wrong with Monster Hunter? I didn't ever really care for that game because it's so slow, but did they like do a shitty update or something? I don't really follow it.
A new recruit has joined my party. My foes gain strength. A recruit has left. My foes lose some of their strength.
What does that mean? I don't know that game's terms. What is arch-tempered?
A new recruit has joined.
You think with how much that game has sold, they would actually try to support it. I don't know why they're not. I mean, it's like tons of people playing it. It sold like millions of copies. Why are they not like announcing an expansion or something? It's like money on the table. Alright, well that party disbanded. Kind of getting a little burnt out on this anyway. This shit RNG is really starting to get to me. Let's see if he's got room. No, he's got a party. Try the Demon Hunter for a little bit. That second season pass should not have those dumb costumes. That's what's jacking up the price. Just the stupid costumes. Like, who seriously buys that shit? Yeah, I'm not buying the season pass in bulk. I will buy the weapons for sure, and then I don't even know if I care about the scenarios. It's just going to be more of the same, just them standing around and talking. Why the hell am I signed out of YouTube? It never does that. There it goes. That was really weird.
I've got some brand new goods you might be interested in.
The Prophet has foreseen our victory.
Yeah, this guy has a really good role. I might actually be useful on him. I was excited for this feature, but it's basically pointless. Especially once you get to the end game and the like enemy density multiplies exponentially. You can't really use the role anymore because you're always surrounded. But this guy is supposed to be like a fast-paced ranged character, so maybe he can actually make some use of it. Yeah, no more clone Jotai. Has like half of a unique moveset, but he's still a clone. Try this other move. What does that do? No, it's a trap. When do I get that badass like dodge cancel thing? It's at level 9. I think that's when he gets fun. I'm gonna grind up to there, and then I think I'll play something else. This game has not been kind to me today. I think I'm just wasting my time playing anymore right now.
Let none touch me!
Okay, now I have something actually interesting. Take this shit off. How do I use the rapid fire? There we go. Alright, now it's starting to get fun. There's a couple more levels until I get that cool roll cancel, dodge cancel thingy. Oh, I have Paragon points too. I don't know. I'm not an expert on this game. I've never played it before. I just got it because it was 30 bucks after a donation my friend gave me, and I'm really bored of Orochi right now. I really don't have much of a motivation to play that, at least until the DLC comes out, or they announce something resembling an endgame. I just really have not wanted to play it, so I was looking for something else. I've already gotten my money's worth out of this game. It's just the meta seems pretty stale, and the build I like playing, like, sucks. That's not that it sucks, it's just it's not optimal. Yeah, I'm kind of getting to the point where it takes a really long time to have anything useful drop. The rumor is that there's supposed to be a patch for this whenever the next season starts next month, which I think is on the 16th. Maybe that will make things a little bit more interesting. Oh, this is taking forever. I wish it would spawn more enemies. Probably get a big bonus from this, though. I could have somebody just boost me, but I don't know how to play the class, so I don't really want that. someone can boost you to 70 like instantly.
Something horrid lies beneath them.
It only takes like a couple minutes. But since I'm not experienced with the game, I don't really think that's a good idea. The game is very slow and boring for like the first several levels, and then it actually starts to get interesting. And then you get the set bonus, and that completely like changes how the game is played. At the beginning is pretty dry. It's like any other game, like the Tales game, pretty much. Very limited. Can't really do much.
Returning to town. Not enough hatred.
Who the hell joined me? I don't want people playing. How do they get in here? What? It keeps putting it on like... It keeps putting it on like friends, like public or whatever. I don't want it to. I want to just play by myself.
But my foes gain strength. You filth!
Many blessings.
Please, you filth. This will be interesting.
I don't even have to dodge the attacks. I have so many Paragon levels. They're not even doing any damage to me. If I could get a better weapon, I could easily just power level myself. They're only doing 2 damage to me. Pretty cool way of doing New Game Plus. You just get so many Paragon levels, you can just plow through everything. I don't even have to like try to dodge attacks. They can't hurt me. This guy's pretty boring so far. He looks pretty cool later on, but right now this is really dry. Well, the monk was the same too, and the monk's really fun once you level him up, so I assume this guy is going to be the same. It's crazy. I have my stats are so inflated from the Paragon levels that I can't even be damaged. They're not even moving the health bar. Alright, time to get that crazy dash cancel thing. There we go. Alright, let's try this shit out. Oh, that's awesome. I wonder if you're like invincible during that. Oh, and you can actually go through mobs with it. That actually makes it pretty useful. And you can do the roll and then the dodge. Get pretty good distance. This is pretty boring though. I don't know if I'm gonna bother with this guy. don't really like ranged characters. I hear they're supposed to be really fast and damaging later on, but no, this first impression's not that great. Really crappy crowd control too.
My hatred is too low.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna finish this and play something else. I don't feel like doing this right now. This is really slow. These guys won't go away though, so I can't finish it.
Bleed, you filth!
I wish the weapons were out for Dynasty Warriors instead of those stupid costumes. I would like to play the game again, but their idea of content is stupid little fan service costumes that you have to pay like 15 bucks for or whatever. What a waste of money. I'm curious now, how much are they charging for those stupid costumes? Yeah, I've had enough of this for now. Leveling is boring. $16 costumes. No, they're not even all out yet, so hopefully they put the real DLC out soon. And hopefully the movesets are actually interesting and not just more template design. Last DLC was alright, but they felt like they were unique in the wrong way. Most of them were pretty clunky. Zushu's weapon was pretty clunky, and then the AMA piercers had all those grabs, which are basically pointless. Not really something you could use. Alright, I'm on the Switch. Whoa, what's going on here? This is running really badly. Yeah, this is like unplayable. Let's see if Windowed fixes it. That's really weird. This game doesn't really require a quantum computer to run. Why is it so bad? Let me try rebooting it. Might be a bug or something. That's disappointing. I was looking forward to playing that right now. I'll have to talk to the developer. I'll try one more time. I don't feel like fighting with anything right now. It's either it works or it doesn't. Yeah, it's still slideshow mode. Well, scratch that idea. That was pretty short-lived. Let me send him a message right now, since I was kind of involved in the development of that game. See if I can get a hold of him. I mean, look on the news page. Maybe it's a problem that other people are experiencing as well. I haven't actually played that game since I got my new upgrades, so there's no one else posting about it, so I'm gonna go ahead and send him a DM. Nothing is working right now. Please have some patience. I assume that Fight and Rage of all things would just turn on and work, but for whatever reason it's really slow. I'm sure the developer will get back to me. He usually fixes things pretty quickly, so if it's something... It might be my monitor. I am on an arbitrary like resolution and frame rate monitor, so maybe that's what it is. I'm not gonna fight with it. I mean, I've already beaten that game 1,000 times, so I just wanted to try out the new mode. That's all I was really after. Now I wonder, can I skip the stealth section? Yeah, well, it's running like a PowerPoint presentation on my computer, so I don't know what's wrong. Yeah, you can still skip it. Nice. You don't have to do the stealth anymore. Now you put on tag mode. This is running really badly too. What is going on today? Jeez. I haven't played that game. It just looks really depressing and brooding, and the combat doesn't really look that great either, so I'm not interested in playing it. Like, I hear the game itself is like nothing special. People really like it because of the story and stuff, and the main character's body. That's all I hear about. I never hear about the actual game. It's always too booty all the time. It's like Soul Calibur 6. Like the first 2 days that game was out, people were like actually posting stuff like combos, and then everyone else has just been making meme characters, like with the Create a Warrior. That's like the whole game. It's like not even a fighting game anymore. It's just like it's a character creating simulator. Has been for a while. That was like several builds ago. If you hit with a melee attack while they're attacking you, it will parry. I need to finish this playthrough so that I can start working on the speedrun. That's my goal for this week, because I gotta get the Calathon, the submissions in. And I think they'll really like to have this game because it's like a brand new game. Well, it won't be brand new by the time the marathon actually happens, but they really liked my speedruns when I went 2 years ago. I know. First-party Nintendo games are like really played out. I actually submitted to GDQ Express at TwitchCon, but they're like their game selection was like super safe. I guess it's because of the first like GDQ Express they were doing. They didn't want to like take a risk on any like lesser-known games and stuff. But man, I didn't really feel like even watching it. And, like it was all just like Mario and Zelda and stuff. The same thing we've seen 10,000 times. Fuck. Alright, well now I'm gonna wipe because I only have 1 health. No health refill before he spawns.
風間なぜこ
What is with her targeting? Something's wrong.
どうということはないよ。
What? Why am I invisible? What? Can I fix that?
Yes.
There we go. What is with her targeting? That's really weird. I can't even practice like this. What the hell did he change? That was never a problem before while I was beta testing this. She keeps getting off center. It's only a little bit more to this run anyway, so it's fine. I think I left some health back here. Pretty much just like two more battles. Actually, 3 more. damn it, man. You keep blocking. Wow, this room is really tough. Can't take anyone out. There's one. There's health. Oh man, that's one of the hardest fights in the game. Jeez. Alright, so there's this office fight, and then the big corridor, and then the game is over. It's just the final boss. Dude in the back. What else? Fuck. I haven't played this in like several weeks, so glad I could still like play on hard mode, relatively fine. Hard mode definitely ramps up the encounters quite a bit. The enemies actually don't do more damage. Basically, it's just the encounters are harder. And you have one less HP. Not cooperating. Oh, you actually have to win this now? What? Are you serious? Wow. Normally that's like a scripted event. That's really weird. I didn't know you're supposed to win that now. Maybe that's only on normal mode. He must have changed that. Yeah, I definitely would not speedrun this on hard then. This is pretty difficult. Let me try just dying with him. Because normally this is supposed to just transition to a cutscene and then you go to the real final battle. Maybe it freaked out because I died as someone I'm not supposed to be playing. What the hell is this? Do I have to do this? That's annoying. This fight is not fun. Why am I forced to do this now? Why did he change that? I thought this was supposed to be scripted. When did he change this? It wasn't like this before. It just made you die on purpose.
それはどうかな、実は米田博士。
Wow, this is dumb. Why do I have to do this now? This used to be optional. I don't like this fight. How are none of them dead yet? What the hell? When the hell did he make this mandatory? This just kills the pacing of the game. It's not fun fighting all of them at once. It's really boring. You like can't do much of anything. They're all attacking constantly. Why was this changed? I hope it's not on all the modes. If it is, then I'm just not gonna bother speedrunning this. I really like this game too. No one asked for this. Why was this changed? Maybe it's a bug. I'm gonna try a couple more times. I'm gonna ask in the Discord because I'm not gonna spend all day doing this. They have a ton of health too, like a ridiculous amount of health. This is dumb. I hope it's glitched. You're not supposed to have to do this. It's just basically just like a story thing where they just you deplete the health bar and then it continues. I don't know why the hell it's forcing me to do this. Especially with the additional HP they have on hard mode. It's such a slog. It takes forever to kill them. I'm curious now. I did not want to do that.
Dad!
That's a real pain in the ass. I don't know why he changed that. No one asked for that. Where the hell is my save for that? That's weird. It's gone. Alright, I'm gonna try it with her and see if it still forces you to do it. And then I'm gonna ask in the Discord, not just gonna play this later, because I don't feel like being frustrated tonight. If this is an intentional change, then I'm just not gonna bother speedrunning this. As much as I like the game, that shit's just no fun at all. Put on tag mode again. It's pretty crazy this game even has like additional difficulties, because the normal mode is not easy by any definition at all. It's a pretty difficult game. Like, you have very capable characters, but like most of the attacks are ranged, so you really have to pay attention to what you're doing. It's a really fun gameplay loop, but I hope that was just a hard mode exclusive thing. There's no way I could actually run this game if that's required at a marathon, because you could get stuck there forever if they don't cooperate. I wish this was on Switch. Why is she, like, not targeting properly? We'll just take a... I have to go through the 3 battles again. I want to test this, and then I'll try one more time on the non-preview branch. It's possible it's just a bug. You really think I would be playing this if it was a stealth game? Come on now, man. I'm terrible at stealth games. I can't stand stealth. Especially since most of the time it's like almost impossible to recover from being seen in those games. Not my kind of game at all. The only one I was good at was the first Metal Gear Solid. I could like finish that in a couple hours. There is some stealth in this, but he actually added a way to skip it. But it's pretty rudimentary stealth, and it's only like maybe a couple minutes first. Something seems off about this branch. I'm gonna go through this and see if it still forces me to do that. And then I'm gonna go through this one more time on normal mode with the regular branch, the public one. It should not be doing that. This game is already pretty hard as it is. It's not an easy game, even if you're like an experienced player in the genre. It's a pretty difficult game, so I don't think that's intended, but I'm gonna find out right now. I mean, it'd be cool if that was hard mode exclusive, but if that's on all the modes, man, that really kills the pacing of the game. Alright, so after this, they're gonna show up. Alright, so I'm just gonna stand here and let them kill me. Okay, so I guess on hard mode you're just forced to do it, which is actually pretty cool. That's actually a pretty significant change, because normally you can just kind of stand there and progress the game. Alright, so it's not a glitch. That's actually pretty awesome, because that makes the hard mode like really difficult. That's going to be the gatekeeper for a lot of players, including myself. You pretty much have to parry everything. You can't really combo them until you break their guard meter, and when you break the guard meter, it drops some health. But on hard mode, they have a lot more health, so it takes quite a bit. I guess you can, if you can kill like one or two of them, it probably becomes really manageable, but before then, it's like a nightmare. Alright, well, props to him for actually, he put more effort into the hard mode as a solo indie developer than like any other character action game developer has. Usually they just like jack up the damage and change the enemy encounters. This actually, like, it doesn't jack up the damage, it just takes 1 HP away from you. It does change the enemy encounters to be more difficult, which is a good thing, and then it makes that scripted battle actually mandatory. That's pretty sick. Alright, so the speed run for this, at least in a marathon setting, is never going to be on hard mode, if he keeps that in, because you can't make the game marathon safe that way. Alright, well, I'm glad I found that out. I was going to submit hard mode, possibly, as like an incentive or something, but there's no way I can really do that if he keeps that in. The rest of the game I have a pretty good handle on from just beta testing it and stuff, but that fight is really difficult. Yeah, of course there's controller support. I did while I was beta testing it, I did mention to them that they should put this on, at the very least, the Switch, because Nintendo fans obviously are used to games not having cutting-edge graphics. One of the complaints about this game is the graphics and stuff, and I think the game looks good in motion. It's just the character models are not the best. And he also used a lot of assets from the Unreal Engine asset store to like actually make the game. So that's part of it too. The gameplay is really good, and it's definitely, it has its own identity because of the way the enemies work. And I fought for more melee enemies, and he didn't really add that many more. He added like 3 more melee enemies, 3 or 4 more, but everyone else is ranged. So you have to like really pay attention to what you're doing. Luckily, throughout the beta testing, we gave a bunch of feedback to make sure that the characters are actually capable of dealing with all those projectiles and stuff. Obviously, the tag mode sets us apart too. There's training mode and Bloody Palace and Boss Rushers are doing right now. Alright, so I'm glad I played this today. Now I know that hard mode is not really something you could run at a marathon. Even if you're really good at the game, that fight can go bad for a number of reasons. If you do actually manage to break their guard and start a combo, Officer Spade can just teleport next to you and hit you out of it. So even though that's a pretty good potential to do damage and try to thin the crowds, like, it's not going to happen every time. I think that fight's really random. I have actually cleared that on normal without getting the scripted like escape sequence, but on hard mode, no, I have not done that before. So that's pretty awesome. I can't imagine doing that on extreme, because on extreme you do like basically no damage at all, so you have to like really master the combo system. If you're just doing like single hits or really short combos after you break their guards, then basically it's borderline impossible. I can't imagine how rough that fight is on extreme. Is there any upgrading? It's pretty lax. You can't like make this game easy. It's all skill. There's no like items or additional health upgrades or anything. I fought for a way to use the upgrade points once you've unlocked everything, but it's not something that was ever actually implemented before he did the final like public early access release. So that's another thing about this game too, you know, beating it actually feels satisfying because you can't just spam items. I actually like when character action games have items and they don't like completely penalize you for using them, because then they just feel completely pointless. But you know, in some games you can just power through everything. But there's no items. The only upgrades is the moveset basically. And it's basically just all skill. It's like how well can you use the moveset? So a lot of things this game does right. I'm glad that I decided to play it today, because if I had submitted a hard mode incentive, and I seriously doubt it would be met because this is not like a well-known game, but if that had happened and I hadn't tested it somehow, man, that would kill the marathon. I would have had to mercy kill the run. Anyway, I'm done with this for tonight. I don't feel like doing a full speed run right now, but I will I'll look into that later. So yeah, the ultimate challenge in that game would be hard mode. Hard mode speedrun like Deathless. I'm gonna go ahead and switch to the takeover. I need to reply to this DM first. He said to try older versions on Fight and Rage, so let me try that really quick. Yeah, it's still broken. Oh, here, I can give you some bad news right now. It's not coming to Switch. Let me pull up my window capture. Give me a second. He says here, a lot of people were asking about a Switch report of this game. Well, it looks like now I can answer this question. Sorry to keep avoiding answers about this. I've already asked Nintendo to get access to Switch Dev Kit in order to work on a Fight and Rage port, and they said for a long wait they formally declined. I really have intentions to work on a Switch port, and in the eventual case that will be a possibility in the future. I will keep it in secret. But at least for now, it looks like the answer is a no. Some people already offered to port Fight and Rage to Switch. His English is not the best in the past, but I had to be honest, nowadays if I make something with my game, I prefer to work on it myself too. I don't even know if that was possible to achieve that without rewriting all the entire code from scratch. That is why I needed a development kit in the first place in order to start making serious technical tests. And I don't really want to make bad quality ports. Props to him for that, because there are a lot of really bad ports on the Switch. So now it's official, at least at this time. Looks like Fight and Rage will not be ported to Nintendo Switch. I have intentions to start the evaluation, but it's not depending on me right now. Sorry for the delayed response. I know that a lot of people want it, but that's the way it is. I also think they don't allow ports on there without a publisher, and he had no publisher on Fight and Rage at all. It's basically just a one-man thing. He had some testers and the musician. That was it. So, yeah. I think it would do really well on the Switch. It would probably sell a lot better than it has on here. He did mention earlier this year that it made its money back. Like, he actually made a profit off it, which is pretty crazy. But it looks like it's actually sold really well. It has 462 reviews, and like only a small percentage of people who buy games on Steam actually review it. No, I think he would make really good money if he put this on Switch, but it just seems like it's not in the cards right now. Wonder if there's any other beat 'em ups coming out. If you can wait until next month, I will probably do a Christmas giveaway, because they're going to have a Christmas sale, and like you look at my wish list right now, like none of these games are even out. A couple of these games are out, but most of them aren't, so I really don't plan on buying anything on the Steam sale. So I'll probably do Fight and Rage or Assault Spy. To be honest, I'll probably end up doing Assault Spy because a lot less people have that game since it's newer. I'll play a level of the takeover, and I think I'm done for tonight. Tomorrow I will continue the Assault Spy speedrun routing. I can't play Fight and Rage right now, so to submit that game to them, I'm gonna have to just use an old patch. Uppers? I don't know. I'm not really interested in that game.
Vanessa?
I don't really know anything about it. I just know it's more of that fan service crap I'm not interested in. Even good mechanically? I mean, it seems like a pretty simple game from what I've seen.
I'll take that. I'll take that. You're gonna get next. It's a spot. Needed a boost.
That was sick. Damn, 2 combos. Wow. She might be the best character for the new juggle mechanic. Because her special actually juggles too. Yeah, Yuzo Koshiro actually composed the first track on the first level. This game felt like a pretty blatant clone until the last update where he added the juggling and the character switching. Now it feels like more of its own thing. It basically felt like Streets of Rage 4 but without the license. Really didn't have any kind of identity of its own, but now that he's added new mechanics and stuff, it feels a lot better. Props to him for improving the game. That was probably my biggest criticism with it before, is that it didn't feel like its own game. It felt like a literal Streets of Rage clone. But he's added a lot of different stuff to it to make it stand out and be its own thing. Although there's still some remnants of it, like the that basic enemy is basically just Y signal with a different code on. Like not even trying to hide that that enemy basically is just Y signal with a different skin. Let me see if he replied to me. Alright, well, I think I'm done for tonight. Tomorrow, I'll probably do some more Diablo. Fight and Rage, I'm still talking to him to see if he can fix my issue. I'm gonna try restarting my computer right now, actually, and see if that fixes it. And then, I need to do some Fight and Rage not Fight and Rage, but Assault Spy speed runs for the marathon, because the marathon submissions end on the 20th. So I need to start doing that, and now that I'm pretty burnt out on Diablo, I think now is a good time. So I did get some valuable information today. I know that it is basically impossible or very infeasible to run that game on hard mode. As much fun as it would be to have the more challenging enemies, with that 4-on-1 boss fight being mandatory, that's basically just, it's not something that could be run at a marathon. I could speedrun it here myself just fine, and if I got stuck there for an hour, then that's on me, but marathon is obviously not going to take something that's not safe. It's not going to put them behind. Anyway, I'm not streaming on Twitch, so I'm just going to stop for now. I'm going to try restarting my computer and see if that fixes it. If it does, I might come back. I might do some more Diablo too. See you guys later, if not tomorrow. Peace.